I broke 5 Descenders records in 24 hours, and later in this video, I'll be showing how you can do the very same thing. But before that, let me show you our first battle, Mount Slope. Oh, Mount Slope, how much trouble you have brought me. A few months back, I made my first Descenders video, and I brought up how I speedrun from time to time. And I may have brought up a clip of me running this exact map, which I was a record holder of at the time. Less than a month after its release, the record was taken. Coincidence? Well, yeah, probably just a coincidence. But I think it's time to take back what's ours. The record to beat was 30 seconds, 224 milliseconds. And considering they only beat it by 750th of a millisecond, I knew that time saves were becoming ever more scarce. So I started trying to find a quicker route, and it went terribly. Out of pure frustration for trying to find this quicker route, I thought I might as well just try the original route and just hope that I can be a little bit more clean with my run. Lo and behold, that was the ticket. After a solid hour and a half, I was finally able to get this run. I told you boys, we take back what's ours. I got it! A 3165, a new record by a 100th of a millisecond. Not too shabby for a little route finding there at the beginning. With one down, we still have a fun road ahead. Let's make our way over to Tile Run. Tile Run is very different than Mount Slope. In Tile Run, there is a straightforward route, meaning it is very hard to find time saves. But as you'll see coming up, it's not impossible. The record to beat is 3 minutes and 50 seconds, a whole lot longer than that 30-second run we just did previously. And it was taken by who else but Dragon Killer. If you've watched any of my past videos, you'll know him by now. Besides that, he has 19 first place Descenders records, including the Any% and Career Plus records. And I'm here to take at least one of them. I started running this map as usual, and I found that I was having trouble staying consistent and saving time, and I knew I had to find a shortcut somewhere, and I think I found it. See, there's this funny looking rock that could be possible to huck yourself off of and completely skip a turn that would save a boatload of time. Only problem being, I have to land on those tiles that disappear, so I'd have to be quick. After a few unlucky attempts at making the jump, I got a clean landing and was able to move on without the tile disappearing. But that wasn't the end. I still had to finish the rest of the map. I made it to the spiral elevator without needing to wait at all, and all I needed to do was make the final jump. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes. And there it was. I had done it. A 3:49. Even with the shortcut, I only got it by 1 second. That was a close one. And moving on to a track that I know very well, and that is Cambria. This track being built after a popular video which one of my favorite teachers in high school used to play before class sometimes. Weird flex, but okay. And I thought, just maybe, this could help me beat the record, which there was only one of, and that's a solid 1:42.329. And it was gonna be tough, but I think I had what it took. One of the rules on this run is that I would need to stay on the track the entire time. I couldn't cut any corners, so precision was key. Although I had watched the video on over 50 different occasions, I'd only played this map a handful of times, so I had to study a bit. I found not going out of bounds to be a bit difficult. That's when I noticed something in the rules. Quote, you must stay within track limits at all times, unless you go off slightly on landing because of how tight the course can be at some parts. And with that, I had to be okay with some slight miscalculations. After only an hour of grinding this map, I got what I was looking for, and it was close. Like, super close. A 1:42.318. I had just canned the old record by only a 1/10 of a millisecond. We over here at the Hunter channel love a good close call. Now we shoot over to a map that everybody knows very well, and that's Stoker Bike Park. But not just the whole map, one trail in specific, and that's Rock-A-Roller. Now, as everyone probably notices about this map, everybody tends to go to to either Locomotive or Whiplash, and they kind of avoid Rock and Roller and Stoker Downhill altogether. And to be honest, no surprise there. Those two routes are super freestyle heavy. You just send whatever trick you want, and it's usually pretty forgiving. But when it comes to Rock-A-Roller, it's a lot more techy than that. Rock-A-Roller's current record holder is a 327, and honestly, another longer map. And with no room for hiccups, I had to be on my A game. But for me, A game is my middle name. I knew I could take this record. It was gonna be a walk in the park. That was until I spent 2.5 hours playing this exact trail. I went into this thinking it was going to be the easiest track I did all day. Turns out it was the hardest. I don't know what it was, but I could not stay on trail. I kept bailing, I kept leaving into the grass. It was getting frustrating. But again, this video wouldn't be possible if I didn't make it to the end. With my hand shaking going across the skinny, which I almost fell off of, I made it to the end and got a 2:44. With our long road coming to an end, we have finally made it to our final map, Stormy Trials. And would you look at that? Not a single person has submitted a run for this map yet. At the beginning of this video, I said how you could break 5 records in 24 hours, just like what I'm doing here. And that's exactly the truth. See, there's tons of maps on this game that don't have a record yet, meaning you can do a single run and you could be a Descenders record holder. And I encourage anyone who has software that can record gameplay to go out and get as many records as you can. People may try to take it, but that's the best part of speedrunning, which is trying to take an old record back. It brings a fun aspect to the game and is a really fun way to pass the time. And maybe one day you'll get a record that is truly incredible. And as I cross the finish line, I have finally set my goal of beating 5 records in less than 24 hours with a 2:14. Thanks for 1,000 subscribers. It's so much fun making these videos and you're making my personal dreams come true. If you want to come ride with me in game, come join my Twitch streams and join my Discord to add to my growing community. I'm out this joint. Peace.